right, y'all. Today is the Public Therapy Podcast with host Chris. Today we have with us best-selling author and philanthropist Ken Meeks. What it do? How you doing?
What's going on? What's going on, brother? It's good. It's a good day.
Nothing much. Like I said earlier, it's Saturday, so it's always a good day on Saturday. If you off
Yeah,
on the weekends, but
yeah.
so the
Great
people
weekend.
yeah, not everybody can be Drake. That's always working on the weekends, right?
I know, right? Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Ken Meeks. You can call me Ken Meeks. From a small town in Mississippi, a population about 2,000. I'm an author, writer, a veteran. Did 21 years in the Navy.
Okay.
Filmmaker. Currently producing a film. That's me, man. Father, uncle, son.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you for
so
your service too.
thank you, brother. Thank you.
21 years. So I'm serving
21 in the Navy.
yeah, so I'm serving the Air Force right now actually. I'm coming up on 12.
Oh,
Um
okay. Thanks for your service.
yeah, I appreciate it. So I was actually I don't know if you've ever been stationed at Sigonella or not, but I was at a Navy base one time.
No,
So,
never stationed there, but I've been there.
been through there. Yeah,
I've been through there.
I was there for 5 years. It was a good time
Mm,
though.
okay.
Yeah, Sicily was cool. I'll go back today versus being
I
here
know,
in the
right?
UK.
Yeah,
All right. So you said you have a TV series. So that TV series did that stem from the book that you wrote that we'll get into later, or
it
is that something
did.
separate?
No, it did. It stems from the book. The reason why I started to process is because everybody that reads the book can visually see it happening because it's
Hmm.
based on true events.
Okay.
So I decided to put it in the series.
Okay. So you said the book is based on true events. So tell us a little bit about, I guess, your upbringing then, because obviously that's what the book's going to be about then, right? It's not,
No,
it's not
the
about
book
your
has
life.
nothing to do with me,
Oh, the
right?
book has nothing to do with you.
No, it has nothing to do with me.
Oh,
So
okay.
the book is based on true events from friends,
Okay.
family,
Okay.
things of that nature. Yeah. A lot of the things that they have been through, a couple of events that had happened. Some of these events, you can't make it up.
Yeah.
Once you read through it, you'll be like, wow. So, I had to put it in the book, but has nothing to do with me. So
Okay.
don't read it and say, okay, this is about Ken. It's not about Ken.
All right.
It's about some of my friends. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk about the book a little bit more, but let's talk about your upbringing a little bit. So
Okay.
from what I read, you had a pretty humble upbringing, right?
Right. Grew
Okay.
up in church, had my mom. My dad was there.
Hmm.
Grandmother, took me under her wing as well, grandfather.
Oh.
I got one brother, one sister. On my mom's side, that's how we do it. On my mom's side, my
Right.
dad's side,
Right.
my three brothers. But yeah, man, my everything was good. Humble, had a humble family. It wasn't all about, even though we had nice things, it wasn't all about the Jordans and the expensive clothes. It was everything was very humble,
Hmm.
humble and coming up. And my mothers and my father, I say my other mothers, because everybody in my neighborhood was a mother back then, and every
Takes a
father and
village.
yeah, there you go. Every
Hmm.
man in the neighborhood was a father. If they saw you, tell you pull your clothes up, wasn't no talking back, nothing like that. So it was all a old school bringing up, man, and it got me to where I'm at. I've never been to jail, never been in trouble. Thank God.
Yeah.
I know sometimes people be in the wrong place in the wrong time. I have been in the wrong place at the wrong time a couple of times,
Right.
but thank God he's gotten me out of all of those incidents and never been in trouble, man. So mom and
Yeah.
dad did something right.
You covered. Covered. That's good.
Covered, man.
Yeah. We talked about that. I did a podcast today where somebody was talking about how they were covered. So it's pretty dope. Um,
Yeah.
so what made you want to join the Navy? Is that something that just had nowhere else to go? Because there's like a stereotype about people like us that join the military. We
Right.
just because we didn't have nothing else to do. Or is that something that you always wanted to do?
No, actually, I was going to college. I was going to Rush University. Everybody from my high school, because I'm from Mississippi,
Okay.
and Tennessee is like an hour away. So Rush University is in Tennessee. So I was actually headed to Rush University with one of my classmates, and the only thing I had to do was check in that money that Monday, pay my money, and go. But one of my friends, he kept telling me, he was like, "Look, we need to go to the military. Let's go to the military. Let's go to the Navy."
Hmm.
So I went in, took the test, playing around or whatever, ended up passing the test. So he ended up not going because
Hmm.
he failed the test, the drug test. He failed the test.
Oh, the drug
So
test. Okay.
yeah, so he ended up not going,
Yeah.
and I ended up passing. In that Sunday, that Monday, I was getting ready to check into college and all that. But that Sunday, the recruiter showed up. He was like, "Remember you signed up for this, and that?" He's like, "It's time to go." I was like, "Nah, I'm going to college. I'm enrolled. I'm going to college." So he was
Yeah.
like, "No." He was like, "You already took these tests. You signed this. It's time to go. Put you on the plane." So I looked at my mom and I was like, "What you think?" She said, "It's your choice." So the reason why I chose to go, I said, "Let me get in the car." Because the reason why I chose to go is because I didn't want my mom to continue to pay, my mom and dad to continue to pay for my expenses and things in that nature.
Hmm.
So I was like, you know what, it's time to grow up. It's time to get money. I still can go to college through the Navy,
Right.
so let me just go this route. So, and plus, all of my friends, I tell the story a lot, are dead. All of them are dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had five good friends that I was close to, and they all passed away.
Hmm.
So
Before or after the Navy, or not
after the
after, but
Navy, yeah, I joined,
and
and
then they died while you was in. Okay.
exactly. While I was in, they passed away. So, getting out of um, my city was great. It was a good thing for me, and I'm still cool with their sisters and their family. We're all family. But yeah, it's sad. It's very sad to tell because when I go back home, I got to hang out with my younger brother friends and other people in the neighborhood because all of my friends, well, not all of them, but five of the close ones are passed away.
Yeah. Yeah. That is rough. I can't even tell you that I can relate to that.
Yeah, man,
So
it's crazy.
yeah. So when you was in the Navy, what was one of the best moments that you had while you were there
One of
or
the
in?
best. Well, I can tell you some of the greatest places I've been. I've been
Okay.
to
That's
Jerusalem.
okay.
I've been to Jerusalem. Jerusalem was an eye opener. I don't know if you ever been there, but you see the star of David, the star that Jesus was born on.
Hmm.
You see when you go into Bethlehem and everything is covered in gold because Queen Sheba came through back in the days and she heard about it and she was like, okay, a king should uh, should look like a king. So she went through and it's solid gold. It's beautiful in there, man. And then you see what everybody lined up on the wall and pray. The Muslim pray. So I
Right.
saw all that, man. So it was that was great to go to. Also Croatia, Bulgaria. Great places to go.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
miss that. It's weird right now.
I know,
We in
right? Yeah,
COVID right now. You can't
you can't
travel
do
nowhere.
nothing. Man. You can't do
Yeah.
nothing.
I was supposed to be
Yeah.
on the beach in Greece right now, but
Oh,
nope.
Greece is nice.
Yeah, I've never been. I was supposed to go this year, and yeah, me and my wife, we had to cancel all that. We had to cancel all our plans. So
Yeah, yeah. But
that's
you're
all
in a
right
great
though.
place. You in London.
London's cool, but I mean, while everything's on lockdown, well, it's kind of still a little bit restricted, so you can't really enjoy it like you want to.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but it's getting there. Hopefully, we'll be out this rut here in a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully.
Uh, so I read somewhere because it sounds like you had a very good relationship with your grandmother growing up.
Oh, yes.
And there was something
Yes.
that I read in there that she used to always tell you to mind your business and keep God first.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to talk about that for a little bit. So
Okay.
that phrase is so. simple, but yet so powerful. So do
Yeah.
you think that phrase right there kind of helped molded you to the person that you are today a little bit?
Oh, it did, man. It did. It did. Just like you said, mind your business and keep God first.
Yeah.
As long as you're standing, so many people we get off balance, off our tightrope. That's why I call it. We get off balance because when you're looking around, when you're on a tightrope and you're looking around at everybody else, you
Hmm.
might fall off yours,
Right.
right? So if you mind your business, stay on your path, then you can get to the end to where you're going. And with you don't have to be the one looking around because God is the person that's doing it for you. So
Hmm.
when you mind your business and you keep God first, let him guide it and everything's going to be all right. So look, man, I've been in some positions that I can tell you that I know that nobody got me through it but God. I don't know how religious you are, but
I'm a preacher's kid, so
yeah, okay,
take
okay.
what
So
you
I
can with
gotta, so I
that.
gotta praise, I gotta praise him, everywhere I go. I don't knock anybody else, what they say and what they think, what they believe, because I know in this world today, people are, starting to shy away from it a lot or whatever. So, but God to me, God is real. God is in my heart. No, nobody. There's some things that happened that nobody could have done it but him. And can't nobody tell me that it's not a God. They can't.
Yeah.
So you know,
That's good that you stay that you still standing strong to that too, because now it seems like the smarter that we're getting, the further away that we're getting from religion, because now we feel like we know everything. We're kind of getting away
exactly.
from that whole fantasy world type, because that's the way some people look at it. They look at it as like a fantasy and just a good
Yeah,
story.
and I
Um,
agree. But you can't look at the fantasy part. You
yeah.
got you got to look at the events and everything that had happened to you.
Mhm.
I can't judge it on somebody else. The Bible tells stories, not to get into it, but it tells stories on about other people's things that happened to other people, like David and Goliath, David fought the lion, whatever. That was his story. So
Yeah.
you tell your testimony, you tell your story. You might can something probably happened to you, like you see stuff on the news where one man seen a child up under the car and they're drilling and he picked the whole car up and threw it. But
Yeah.
if you tell somebody that, they might be, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So you can only tell your testimony and your story and believe it for yourself. Have your faith. Your faith don't make me grow, and my faith don't make you grow. You
Right.
came in this world by yourself. You got your own path.
Mm.
So I got my own path, man, and I'm doing pretty good with where I'm at. So
Yeah. Seem like it. Seem like it. Looking from the outside in, it does seem like .
yeah.
Okay. So you did 21 years, right? So I'm assuming that you were placed in some good leadership positions.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was. My last station, I was a recruiter.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a recruiter. I was in charge of a station, did that, all that good stuff as far as recruiting go. And I had a great team.
Right.
Yeah, and just the thought of bringing people in, that came from lifestyles as such as mine, and now they're trying to change and do everything for the better. It's
Mhm.
great, man. And I tell them all the time. I say, you don't have to go straight to college, Navy, military, paper. To me, military was the best thing to happen.
Right.
Yeah, the best thing to have. Pay for college, medical, dental, especially during these times when you got COVID and you need that medical.
Yeah.
You just walk into the hospital. You ain't got to worry about copay or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So especially during this time, it's the best. It was the best thing to happen. And plus, you get that check every first and 15th.
Right.
And that opened up everything else for me. I was able to write, publish my book,
Mhm.
fund a lot of things. And people would be like, man, you don't even move like you're in the military.
Yeah.
You traveling on weekends, you got selling books, where you get this money from? Like the Navy is funding it.
Yeah.
I wish the Navy had a program for business, small business entrepreneurs where they can, fund you while you're in the Navy. I wish they had a program. They might need to look into that.
There's something called boots to business that that'll take some. that's worth looking at. I don't know if it's like a DoD thing, but I know the Air
Right.
Force offer it from time to time, boost the business. But it's not.
Okay.
They definitely. I don't think it's one of those things where it funds you, but I think it does give you like the base level things that you probably already
Base.
know about at this point.
Right. Right. Right.
Maybe
Right.
something good. Maybe something that you can get in there and actually give some lessons or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, man, 21 years. So yeah, definitely in leadership position. So with that being said, did those same qualities transpire you into what it is that you're doing now? Because I'm assuming you have like a team with you now on the
Yeah, I
side,
do.
like when it comes to you're coming up with your TV drama series and your books and stuff. Do
Right.
you still have to instill those qualities when it comes to being a leader towards them?
Yeah, you do. You gotta learn to step away and let, other people do their job. I mean, you hired people for a
Mm,
reason.
right.
And if you have to believe that they know what they're doing. So a lot of times when we have what we call our baby, our film or whatever, we want to be hands on everything, want to be hands on this and that. And I get like that sometimes as well because you want everything to be right. But I was talking to one of my friends today earlier, and she was like, Ken, you gotta let go, you gotta step back. You gotta allow your team to do what they're supposed to do. You gotta have your director direct, your
Hmm.
producer produce. Nobody's taking your product, but you have to allow everybody to do what they supposed to do in
Right.
order for everything to come together. You have to. It's hard for us to do that
Hmm.
with our businesses or whatever, like your podcast. If somebody say I want to take it on, or some huge radio station want to take it on, you got to learn that you got to give some up,
Yeah. Like what they say, let go and let God.
let go and let God. You gotta let people. It's called a team for a reason.
Yeah. And when it comes to podcasts and stuff, whenever that opportunity does come, I think that's gonna be hard trying to
It is
have
to
other
give it. Yeah.
people give their. I mean, I'm all open for inputs and stuff, but when I feel like you're trying to change things, but
But
me,
don't look at it as them changing it.
yeah,
Look at it as them helping you make it better. Sometimes
enhancing
you
it,
have
right?
to enhance you, and it's hard when you have a vision that you're going. But sometimes when you have other people coming into it, they can make it, especially if they have a track record for
Hmm.
doing something good, you
Yeah,
know. And if they coming in and they're making it better, you're gonna need that producer. You're gonna need that person, you know. So they might tell you that's a good mic, but we need this mic.
yeah,
This, and you're gonna be like, you changing my whole my whole scheme.
right,
But
right.
yeah, to make it work, man, and to make it get on a bigger scale. I'm pretty sure you're already on a big scale, but just saying to be on a
Hey,
bigger scale, humbly saying that, yeah, you gotta allow other people to come in and help, man. That's just advice for anybody.
right. Man, I could have used a producer and all that stuff. Was it last Sunday? I had 5 different tasks to do, and they wasn't short and easy tasks either. So I was like,
Yeah,
I made a little post in there. I was like, man, I could really use a producer this weekend. But
you can't
I
do
got,
everything on your own,
I
brother.
know, I did it though. I did it
You did it. You
somehow.
did.
I somehow, shoot. All right, so let's get into your. So I want to talk about your book, and then we can talk about your TV series that you have coming out.
Okay.
All right, so your book's called Trustworthy Eyes Can't See Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of broke down. So it's basically about stories, like, so they're true stories or true events that have actually occurred.
Right.
So is it broken down into separate events, like by chapters, or is there a story within the book?
It's broken down about separate events.
Okay.
It's a drama romance series. Is different stories of different people's lives um, in the book. Like I
Hmm.
said, it was based on true events from certain people. But what I did was I changed the character. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to get sued.
Yeah.
So a lot. So when people read it, and I always get the question, what has anyone ever read it? And it was like, yeah, that might be me. And the answer is yes.
Mm.
People read it all the time, and they was like, okay, I know that story. Um, and things of that nature. So yeah, so the book is a romance drama, um, different different characters, different stories, different scenes.
Hmm.
So yeah. It's good. It's based on you have a man and a woman couple who's like every day going through what they go through. The man used to be a player, and all the girls loved him in high school growing up, but then he changed. He ended up getting married, and he knew his wife since they was young, so she still remember him as being old him.
Okay.
He's changed, saved everything and on a straight and narrow. But she's all over the place. She's cheating because she thinks that he's still cheating, which he's
Mm.
not. But now she's cheating, and it makes you ask the questions. The question: can two people ever be on the same page when an incident happened? Like if someone cheats on you and they clean up,
Hmm.
right? Can you ever go to trust in them? Or once they get straight, do you go bad?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang, I never thought about that either. Can you
Yeah,
see?
because huh?
Well, I was gonna bring up the whole Will and Jada issue. They just happened a
Yeah,
couple weeks ago.
exactly.
Because he said that
They,
one thing that always sticks out is he said, "I'm gonna get you back," and then she said, "You already got me back," or something like that.
yeah, but
Like,
to him, it's like you. Yes, I did me. Then
mm,
now you have done you, and now they're both saying, "Okay, it's over. Let's make this work." But
yeah,
can you really trust that person to
right.
do that? Can you really
Because you know
trust
what they're
that person
capable of at this point already.
Yeah, they're capable of, and it's always you might get one person to say, you know what, I'm not doing nothing, I'm good, I'm not doing nothing. Then you might get that other person, and it's usually sometimes it's the man, sometimes in some cases the man saying, you know what, I almost lost my wife, I'm done.
Yeah.
But the woman, once she lose trust, you know what they say, once a woman gone, she's gone forever. So once she lose trust, in some cases,
Some.
sometimes it's the other way around,
Mm,
but in some cases, yeah. So anyway, back to the book, it it has you thinking like that. It's a lot of real life situations, and I also have a couple, two females. One of them is about intimacy. One of them is all about emotional love and things of that nature. So
okay.
the one that's with emotional love tells the other one, "Let's go get counseling." They go and seek counseling. It's a male counselor. So they sit down and talk to him, and he speaks to him, and he walks away thinking, okay, I need to do more research on these two women to actually be able to give them the right words of counsel. So he went, talked to his friend, and his friend was like, well, you can go to an online dating site and talk to different girls, different women that love the same sex,
Hmm.
talk to them and get research. So that's what he did. He went to online dating site, created a fake profile of him as a female, and he's talking to these different women. So one of the girls that he ran across was the girl that came in for counseling,
Okay.
the one that's emotionally attached. So he's talking to her. He know who she is, but she don't know who he is, right?
Okay.
She thinks it's a woman. So she's coming into counseling, talking to him, and talking to him online, not knowing that that's who it is.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, not knowing that that's who it is. So he's counseling, giving her advice and everything. Then he would go back to his computer and pull up
Yeah.
and talk to her. So she ends up, really falling for him, and she started questioning herself. And she's questioning the fact that, am I really this way? Because I fell in love with a person.
Hmm.
I know it was the image, but it's the personality in the person that I fell in love with. So she started questioning herself. So I'm not going to tell you if she ended up with him or not.
Right. Right.
You
Right. You
got
don't
to
want to give away
see.
the book. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to give everything away, but I just want to. But it's different it's so much going on. Is this story going on and this story going on, and so it's so much going on in this story that yeah, man, the fam is going to bring everything to light, and it's a must see.
Okay. I like that. I like the way that you have your book set up too, where because like me, when it comes to me reading books, I have like short attention span when I want to get to the point, but you have like
Right.
you got a lot of short stories within your book, so I like that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm definitely gonna have to read. I might have to get that. It look like it has some good reviews too, because you can get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's on Amazon, right?
Yep. Yep. Five
Yeah.
star. 4.5 or 5 star.
Yeah. Let's just say five.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
No.
round it up.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna have to get it. It sounds good, especially be good for whenever the drama series come out, which we're about to talk about a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop selling the book soon because I
Oh,
want it to be I want it to be a collection type item. You know, everybody been wanting me to sign it because since the look at you,
put this in my
because since
car
the
right now.
yeah, because since the once the movie come out, I don't want a lot of people to have it or to know about it. So I want them to, look at it with a series. I want them to look at it and be like, oh wow, it's not going to be the same as the book anyway.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to be, yeah, but I wanted to be totally different to
Mhm.
totally throw you off, when you're watching it. But yes, I'm gonna stop the book soon and make it a collection series.
Yeah,
Then after the series come out and do very, very good, then I open up the book again probably 2, 3 years from now and start selling it as a collection piece.
that'd be cool. I'm gonna need to go ahead and get mine. I'm gonna have to send it to you, get
Yeah.
you to sign it too.
Yeah. I got you. I got you, brother.
So what's the process like trying to do a movie now?
And
Um,
it's hard. It's hard. Like even the casting call, we got to
yeah,
do it virtually. We got to do everything
really.
virtually, and it's hard. It's easier when you can see a person. You can see how big they are, how thin they are,
Hmm.
But when you hear, you see. So we gotta ask them to stand up, turn around, all this stuff
Yeah,
because it's virtual,
yeah. It seems
right?
weird too.
Yeah, it's weird because
Yeah,
it's virtual. You can't, and the camera. If I hold the camera a certain way, you don't see the whole mean. So it's very hard when you're doing it virtually, and even the shooting process. We got to figure out dates where when we're gonna actually shoot because
yeah.
you got to do it right. You got to have the thermometers and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
The people that making sure you don't have headaches, you're sick, and got to have so many people in the building at one time, and
Hmm.
it's so much you got to go through.
Yeah. I wonder if that's going to make the process faster now with the movies, because if let's say you got to keep everybody in the bubble for the whole production period. I
Right,
don't know how movies and stuff is filmed or anything like that, but I'm assuming
right.
there's like breaks and stuff every once in a while.
Yeah, it is. It is breaks. I know when I do it, once we start filming, I want to knock it out. We want to have our schedules,
Yeah.
and we want to make sure everybody's COVID free. Um, knock everything out. We'll probably have everybody before we shoot. We'll probably have everybody quarantined for about 2 weeks, 'cause we don't know where anybody has been. So have everybody quarantined about 2 weeks, and then
Okay. It looked like the camera froze a little bit.
as far as are you good?
Yeah. I mean, I can hear you. It just the cameras. It look like it's cool now. It says bandwidth is low, but don't worry. We cool. We good. We good.
Okay, okay, good.
All right. So the drama series. So you're pretty much you're hands on with everything. You doing all the casting calls, like you doing everything.
Well, no, my team, the Tops firm, is
Okay.
doing a casting call. They're putting everything together. They're doing a great job.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, yeah, they're putting everything together, and I'm just, the approval. They bring it to me. This is what we got. What you think?
Hmm.
I like it,
Okay.
and like I said, they've been doing a great job. So they've been putting everything together, telling me what I need, what I don't need.
Yeah.
It's been great. Like I said, you can't do it by yourself, man.
Hmm. Before all this, before this whole COVID situation, quarantine, all this stuff happened. When would you schedule to start doing all this?
um, well, but before all this stuff happened, everything was coming together. So
Hmm.
it wasn't scheduled and it wasn't plain and
Yeah,
scheduled to happen yet. Everything was coming together, but because COVID happened, it kind of backtracked everything. Everybody kind of stopped. Everything stopped. Um, yeah, everything stopped. So everything is happening to me the way it's supposed to happen.
hmm.
God's planning, man. It's been COVID, but even through this COVID, I've been having a great year,
Yeah.
and everybody around me has been having a great year. So I just pray that don't nobody get sick
Hmm.
and nothing like that. So other than that, God, everything is God planning. Everything's been happening the way. I've been getting some no's with some networks, but I've been getting some. I really like this. I can't wait to see the whole project. Let's sit down and talk.
Yeah.
So with anything you do, you're gonna get no's, but that's good. It's better than getting nothing.
Yeah.
So you get no's, you can follow up. Look, I got this. Be persistent. So yeah, everything is working out the way it's working out, man. So hopefully one day you turn on your TV in London and see us over there.
Hopefully, I ain't still here. If it depending on how long it's gonna be.
I know, brother.
Yeah, I was you talking about a COVID thing. I feel like I talk about this every episode, but I it's weird, but I appreciate COVID because I was able to knock out so much stuff and give some time back to myself and knock out some projects that I've been wanting to get knocked out. So I appreciate that. So
Man, it makes you humble.
yeah,
Makes you
I
humble.
appreciate people like you because you're in the entertainment business and you keeping us entertained. So I do
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
that.
Well, yeah. And I appreciate you for your platform.
Oh yeah, I was just hopefully it grows. Trying to get the
Oh,
growth.
it will. It will. Don't say hopefully.
I'm not
It
worried about that.
will grow.
I'm just trying to perfect the craft right now. So on our podcast, every episode I ask our host, or yeah, not our host, our guest, I ask our guests something that they do therapeutic every day. Whether it's be you go to the gym, do you just read books therapeutic, or is it music? What is it that you do every day that you consider therapeutic?
Chess, man. I play chess with the guys
Okay.
every day around, 7 p.m. here. We play chess. We sit there for hours because chess is a mental game of life, pretty
Yeah.
much. I don't know if you know how to play.
I was taught like 3 or 4 different times, and I always forget. But
You gotta get the app. You gotta get your chess app
okay.
and just play it until you get proficient.
Hmm.
And get you a couple guys. Help them come over. You go over to the house, get to have a couple drinks, sit down, play chess, man. It'll open up. It'll open up your mind so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, we do it. We do it every day.
You play chess every day.
Yep, that's what we do.
That sounds so relaxing too. That's a new one. I have never heard anyone that this just plays it all the time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and I always thought about getting like a because the chess pieces just look nice, just sitting there in a room.
yeah, yeah. Got
Uh,
some good pieces. Yeah.
yeah, get like some ceramic pieces and stuff. What is this?
The
Oh,
same mean has a limit.
this
Your
should be
your
whatever. We fine. So, yeah, that's a new one. No one ever mentioned playing chess as being therapeutic, but it makes perfect sense why you play it. So, do you play every day on the app, or do you actually
Yeah,
play?
I play when I'm when I got during the daytime or afterwards. I play on the app because when we play, it's very competitive.
Okay.
So we got bragging rights. I beat you. I beat you.
Yeah.
So I try to play when I'm away from them to get more proficient. It's so many rules to chess.
Right.
It's a lot of rules. Like you start off just regular playing, but you got the clock and you got so many moves you can make. So many rules to it, man. It's more than just a game.
Right.
It's something you have to study for.
Okay.
Real.
Life is a huge chess match. Okay.
It
Cool.
is.
Yeah. All right. So, anything else you want to add to anything else you want to add that you have going on?
Oh man, besides my nonprofit, I have Men in Mississippi.
Man. I have that written
Yeah,
down right here too, and I forgot
yeah.
to ask you that question.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got my nonprofit, man. I got my nonprofit, Man in Mississippi. We do a lot of good things, and in my hometown in Mississippi, mentoring the kids. I decided to bring the state representatives, judges, mayors, lawyers, everybody together for the positivity of all coming together with the strength for the kids, man. So, and I also have kids that mentor other kids. I tell them all the time, there's no certain age. Um, as far as when you can be a mentor. You
Hmm.
can be 12 years old in the school and telling a kid, you seeing a kid that's being bullied and just telling them everything's going to be all right, talking to them, guide them in the right direction. Anybody can be a mentor in
Right.
that positive motivation around a person to get them to where they need to be.
Yeah. Oh, that's important that you say that too, because people always want to look. Obviously, you want to look at someone that's a little bit older than you, that's a little bit more successful than you to be your mentor, because that's someone that you not necessarily want to emulate, but you want to kind of get
Yeah.
towards goals like that. But looking back on it, I've been mentors to other people that's been my age when I was a kid and stuff, and it's so inspiring when you see that person changing just based off the little ideas and hints and
Things,
stuff that you've
yeah.
thrown at them. And we need to normalize that to make that cool too, because
Exactly.
everybody,
We don't.
because we don't teach that. We don't teach.
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
Yeah,
We don't teach.
you
Yeah,
talk about sticking up for kids when you see them getting
yeah,
bullied, but you don't ever talk
yeah,
about the mentoring piece. Like, okay,
yeah,
you saved him that day, and then that's it. Like,
yeah. Exactly.
mentor him. Like, how can he get out? How can he stay away from that situation versus me always having to come save you and stuff? So that means a lot. And you said it's called. So you're the CEO of that Men of Mississippi
Yes.
charity organization. Okay,
Men in Mississippi. Yeah.
Men in Mississippi.
Men in Mississippi. Yes.
Okay, got you. Cool. All right. Anything else?
That's it, brother. It's been a good interview.
Yeah,
Great conversation.
yeah. It's organic, man. Just talking
Yeah.
one black man to another black man is having a conversation.
There you go, man.
All right, man.
Sometimes you get so much out just doing that.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for setting a good example for other black men out here because not everybody's doing that. So I do appreciate that.
Thank you as
Uh,
well, man. I know you are with you being a preacher's kid. I know you're out there doing great.
yeah, I try. I try. I stay out of trouble. I do what I can.
Yeah, because those be the worst sometimes.
They say that we the worst, and I can honestly say that I broke the stereotype. I stayed outside that stereotype a little bit.
Okay,
Me
okay.
and I have two other brothers too, and we're all doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for coming on. Like I said, y'all check out his book, Trustworthy Eyes Can't See Everything, and be on the lookout for his drama today. What's the name of the drama? Do you know? Do you have the title already?
Of the series,
Right.
it's gonna be trustworthy right now, but we're still playing with it
Okay.
for the title. Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all. So check out his book. It's on Amazon, and what other any other platforms that it's on where you can purchase the book?
It's on Amazon, it's on Barnes and Nobles online.
Okay.
Books a Million, you can get it there.
Okay. And remember, y'all, he's about to shut the operation down here soon, so I
And you
better
can
get on that quick.
yeah, you can find me on Facebook.
Okay.
I am it's Ken One Meeks on Facebook, and on Instagram is I am Ken One Meeks is KenWuanMeeks. And also, if you want to be, like I said, we got a casting call. If you know any people over here in the States, we have a casting call here on August 8th, virtual, and is go to trustworthyeyes.com
Okay.
and submit your information.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna put all the information in the description for the podcast too.
Okay,
So,
great.
all right. Cool. All right, man. It's been real. I appreciate you.
Been real, brother.
All right, man. You
Stay
take it easy.
safe.
All right. You
All
too.
right.
Thanks.